Good afternoon and welcome to Customer Effects Training Snippets. In this training we're going to be looking at lead qualification questions in SalesLogix Web/LAN client. Now I put on here /LAN client because you cannot actually change or create new lead questions in the web client. You'd have to do that in the LAN client. So we'll do that there, and I'll show you exactly how that's done in just a few minutes here. So let me switch over to my web client first of all. So now we're looking at the web client, and I'm currently on an account screen. And I'm going to move to my leads by clicking on the leads on the left-hand side of the screen. And in here, I'm just going to click on Paul Crawford and bring up that lead. So we can see in here, and I'll move this window over a little bit, we can see our lead qualification questions. So they have the question, is this lead already a customer? And then there's several questions here that we can answer with check boxes and notes boxes. So the first one is, are they a valid contact? And as we decipher that, we can check that box. The next question is, do they have budget for purchase? So I can check that box, and if I happen to know the budget, I could certainly type that budget over in the notes box itself. So the whole idea behind leads here, of course, as we've discussed in other webinars, is that you go through and answer and put notes on each one of these lead questions. However, you may have different types of leads for different types of products that you have that you're trying to qualify. So there can be different sets of lead questions. And you'll see here in the drop-down box, there's lead, there's new technology lead, technology upgrade lead. So if I choose one of them, it tells me that it's actually going to, you have already qualified them. Changing the category is going to remove the qualification. Do you want to continue? Yes, just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to want to continue, and see that here that the questions, some of them are the same, but there's some added ones in here for these qualification questions. So again, we'd go through and answer and put any notes in we wanted to qualify this lead. Of course, when we convert this lead into a contact, these qualification questions and answers get put in the notes and history of that new contact. But now if we want to create new qualification questions, we cannot do that within the web client. That normally would be done under tools, and we can only do the import leads and import history from the tools menu in the web client. So we'd actually have to open up the LAN client. So let me switch over one more time here to my LAN client. So here we are now looking at the LAN client. Again, we're looking at an account, in this case Abbott Limited, but I am in the same database, only in the LAN client. So now I can go up to my Tools menu, go to Manage, and then click on Qualifications. And here they have all the different qualification questions for each of those three different types of leads that they have up there. So we're going to create a brand new one. So I'm just going to go up to the top here and click on New. And the one I'm going to create here, I'm just going to call it SalesLogix Mobile Users. So this is going to be to qualify companies that have SalesLogix and they would like to expand into mobile users. So I'm going to go ahead and click on OK here. That creates my new set of questions, and it's blank right now. So qualification number one, I'm going to put in, do they currently own SalesLogix? And then I'm going to put show notes also. So there will be a notes field there. Let me put a question mark after that. and then I want to show that question. So I'll check that box. The second question I'm going to do is, do they use mobile devices? Have to be able to spell correctly. And I'll also show notes here. Third question is going to be, do they have a budget? And again, I'm going to put show notes here, so if they have a budget, we can actually put that budget amount in there. The next question is, do they have a time frame? I'll take that one question mark off up there just to make it consistent. And then the last one is going to be, how many mobile users do they have? And again, show notes there. So, and you see we can have up to 8 different questions here. That's all the questions I have for this one. So I'm just going to click on OK here. That's going to create my new set of questions. I could check it right here within my LAN client. And in the drop-down box up here, choose my SalesLogix mobile users. And you'll see here that our questions are all listed here. Now, if I go back to web client, and let me click on save here, you'll notice that the SalesLogix mobile users is still not here. So in order for that to be here, we'd have to redeploy the website. That's just not going to show up here automatically. So all your testing of those qualification questions would have to be done in the LAN client. So build them, test them out there, and then you can get your IT person or whoever is in charge of your SalesLogix to redeploy the website, and at that point that list would show up here. So this has been Lead Qualification Questions in the SalesLogix Web/LAN client. Remember, you have to create them in the LAN client and then deploy the website so they'd show up in the web client. Thanks for joining me, and have a great day.